Hello everybody, welcome back to another video by Galactistar Animation. My name is Bronson, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit differently than what I do with most of my normal videos, which is animation or animatronics or stuff. I am going to be talking about animation, but I'm going to be talking about something that I've done in the space of last year and this year, in a way, you know. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is, in the past I have done some requests animations for a few people who wanted me to make an animation for them, whether it's at school or another YouTuber or something. But after I posted one of my animations on DeviantArt, I have my own DeviantArt account. Once I posted one of my own animations, there was this guy in the comments who asked me if I would be interested in working on an animated series. And I had no idea what to say about this, so I thought, well, that might be fun, you know, I mean, if I can do it. So this is kind of the story of how I worked on, or I was an in-betweener and a cleanup artist for Guyus and the Playground Bully, which is an animated web series, or YouTube series, that had just, the first episode had come out recently. This video will have spoilers. If you want to watch the animation first, or the animated short first, there will be a link in the description below, and you can go ahead and watch that first before coming back to this video. Other than that, let's get right into it. When he came to me first, I thought, okay, it was a little bit weird at first for me, because this guy who's making an animated series, I had no idea what he was about or what he was planning to do with it. So I decided anyways, I'd like to give this a shot, you know, just get some experience. So then he said, great, I'll send you the script, send you the character sheets and everything. And so he sent me the whole script, and at first I thought the script was a little bit it wasn't very, well, to me when I was reading it, it felt a little bit darker, it felt a little bit unpleasant, but then he explained it was a slapstick cartoon, and thank goodness the final result is not how I envisioned it when I read it, but I still did it. So the characters in this series are Guyus, who is a velociraptor, and Terry, who is, of course, a terrier. And then there's Bogart, who is a bulldog. So I was actually an in-betweener and animator, in a way, for both Guyus and Terry. Mainly Terry. So he sent me an email with the FLA file. He says, can you finish the scene? And it was a looping animation of Guyus and Terry on a seesaw. And, you know, they were just on a seesaw. It was fine, you know. And I had to animate Terry's body and the in-betweens of him, you know, the squash and stretch and stuff on the seesaw and everything. And it was interesting. It was interesting in a way. I made that scene about 3 or 2 hours. Took me about that time to finish. Sent it back to him. He said, you're really fast. This is really awesome. Can you do another scene? And I'm like, sure. I'll do another scene. And the next scene was a little bit more complicated because it involved character dialogue, it involved more, it was kind of a climatic scene in a way. So what had happened was that I was supposed to animate the scene where Guyus releases his growth gland, that's how it was said in the script. He releases a growth gland that makes him grow bigger, and I had to animate and do the in-betweens for Terry's reaction. So Terry kind of stepping back, and he's like in awe, like he's never seen him do this before. Yeah, when he gave me the scene, it was very sloppily done, or yeah, the drawings were in there. There were drawings in there, they were rough drawings. So what I had to do was go in there, add the color, add the cleanup lines and stuff like that, and I was able to do it. That took me about a month to get back to him. Mainly due to because I was working on other projects and I was really busy at the time. And at one point I said, hey, I don't think I can do this anymore. And so I held off on it, and I was working on other stuff until he got back to me, and he said, do you think you can finish that scene? Because we don't have it finished. And I was like, fine, I'll finish it. So I went ahead and finished the scene, and it was pretty good. I thought it turned out pretty well. So then he actually gave me about 2 other scenes to do, but I thought it's going to take me another month to do these scenes. I don't know what kind of animators you have there, but this is not really working out for me. I was in the very early stages of animation, or learning animation when at that point. The first scene that he gave me 2 other scenes before working on the final scene that I did work on. The first one was the scene where Terry and Guyus jump off the swings, and I was planning to have the scene where Guyus kind of pauses in the air and steps over the bear trap, but then Bogart pulls the bear trap, and then Guyus lands in it. I didn't really want to animate that because it was a little bit painful to me, you know. I mean, I knew it was a slapstick cartoon, but it did feel a little bit painful for me to animate. So he then gave me another scene of where Bogart, I think he uses a landmine or something to or launch the seesaw in the air. And so now Terry's up in the air, and Guy's is kind of holding on to the seesaw. Someone else ended up doing that. I didn't do that. The final scene I did work on, I was able to animate Guyus. And for this scene, you know, Terry was all animated in this scene. It was the scene where Bogart slides down the slide and into the cannon at the bottom. He had a cannon for some reason. I thought that was pretty funny. So I had to animate Guyus sliding in, and then Terry saying, "Where should we launch this trash bag?" And then he turns and looks. And he says, "Just where it belongs," and pulls the rope. And then off goes Bogart. So I had to animate Guyus doing all that. Guyus was a hard character. He had stripes and he had all these colors on him. Took me a while to get all those. You know, I had techniques on shading different colors with no outlines on it. You know, it's the same technique I use for shadows, or a lot of animators use when doing shadows. So yeah, I just worked on those 3 scenes, and that's how I was able to freelance for an animated series. I hope you liked this video. Please consider subscribing to Guyus the Raptor, and also my channel if you have the time. Also, he did get back to me at one point. He said, "Would you like to work on the next series?" And the next episode, I might be animating a new character in this. I don't know if I should work on this series or I should just work on other stuff. There will be a card up in the corner of the video, and you can choose whether I should work on this series or I should work on my own stuff. You can choose. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to share that with you guys. You know, it's been a long time. I mean, the series is already, or that episode's already out. If you do want to go watch it, please consider following the link in the description below, which will be the original video, and I hope you like it. I really hope you like it how I did. Thanks for watching Galactistar Animation, you guys. See ya. Bye.